Robinson goes in.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Ezeli, and it's Iguodala in for Brandon Rush.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Larkin dishes to Robinson. Robinson can't get that one to fall.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
That's good. And that's now 9 points for Brook Lopez. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
So it's Brooklyn now, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Larkin, the pass to Lopez. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Robinson. And then for Golden State, Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. We've got 33 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Young comes over to help. Here's Green. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Sloan's checked in. Here's Sloan. 5 points in the game. And the basket by Kilpatrick.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Shot's good. 12 seconds left in the third. Here's Sloan. The dish to Lopez. 1 second left. That's good. Lopez has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Here is Livingston. Young is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Ellington in at the shooting guard. So that's the Nets 5. Iguodala outside. And Lopez pulls it down.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Good, and Jack gets the assist. 13 points for Brook Lopez.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
From deep three-point range, Jack with the defensive effort.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Again, Iguodala missing. Brooklyn leading by 5. This is to Ellington. And Bogdanovich kicks to Lopez. Here's Young, and it's sent back by Bogut, and that is good. And that's 15 points for Brook Lopez.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Feeds to Livingston. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Iguodala outside. And again, no good by Golden State.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Young. Tries again. And the reach. Catching by Iguodala. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And some changes here for the Warriors. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Young last year, as you mentioned, GA, shipped to Brooklyn, provided good punch off the bench.
And Young is so efficient in his scoring that he's a great guy to play heavy minutes off the bench. Shot over 50% from the floor in his games with the Nets.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
They double-team Curry. From deep, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 14 points now in the second half. Talking about Jarrett Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's winning time.
Warriors trail by 6. Curry. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Bogdanovich. He kicks to Lopez. The 8-footer. They get it back, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
You can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in. Now here's Curry. Launches a 3. Count the bucket. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Here's Bogdanovich. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here's Jack. Lopez outside. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Bogut. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Curry's shot is good.
Wow. What can you say?
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Brooklyn has possession. Back to Jack. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Lopez, and it's sent back by Bogut.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Curry can't get it to go. The Nets with the lead. Here's Bogdanovich. Good, and Jack gets the assist.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities. Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're in front by 1. 1:20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. He feeds it to Lopez. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Now here's Thompson. Outside Curry. Clock at 4. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Brooklyn's gone 3 or 4 from long range in the game. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. Nails it.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Now here's Curry. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that is good.
Well, I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
Thompson against Jack. Stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. Bogut with the ball. And here is Curry to take the lead. Can't get the 3 to fall.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
And they go to the intentional foul. And that's an intentional foul. He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. We were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw good.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
You know, we have such a great starting unit, and I think our second unit gets overlooked a lot. You know, they come in, I honestly think they're better than a lot of the first units in the league.
Brooke, thank you very much. Kevin, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin.